In our case study, we have a dying Buddhist mother who has 11 children. One of her children is actually a follower of Jesus, and at the beginning of our case study, we see that these monks are called in and are performing these various chants around the dying mother, while the Christian sister is there praying for her mother's salvation in the name of Jesus. Later in our case study, we learn that the mother actually passes away and the entire family attends the funeral. While at the funeral, the family is, they're called to participate in these various rituals and bow down to Buddha in worship, and all of the other siblings participate in those practices except for the Christian sister. Her and her family actually do not participate in that. And the end of our case study, we're actually presented with the question, would the Christian sister have been a better witness if her and her family would have actually participated in those practices and rituals? And our group has come to the conclusion that the Christian sister has actually done the right thing by honoring Christ and showing that Christ is the only one who we worship. And she kept true to the gospel and to her own witness, and she did not sacrifice biblical integrity in order to please her family or to please the Buddhist community.
Hey class, just wanted to walk through a few more specifics of this case study with you. Firstly, we want to recognize that this is a situation that is full of grief, that we're not only trying to help coach and be with this Christian family through the loss of their mother, but now looking forward to potential fallout and conflict with their family members as well. We want to make sure that we are very present, supportive, and encouraging through these things, knowing that while this is an incredible opportunity for ministry to this Buddhist family, we want to make sure that we are recognizing the grief and the hurt and being there to support the Christian family as best as we can, which is pointing them towards Jesus and the gospel. So looking specifically at why we believe the Christian was justified in some of her actions, some of the things that the last rites of Buddhism actually called for were distinctly and explicitly referred to as worship. So knowing that the Christian cannot give worship to anyone or anything but God through Jesus, we recognize that the daughter would not be faithful to her conviction if she chose to incorporate the Buddhist afterlife by burning her mother's possessions so they joined her in that afterlife, or bowing down to a picture of her mother in worship since she has passed. So we want to make sure that she's remaining faithful to her convictions, but we're also going to look at how we think the Christian could show her Buddhist family how she's going to honor her mother in ways that are faithful to her Christian convictions.
So we said that the Christian was right, we think, in what she chose not to participate in order not to compromise her witness to Jesus. But we don't want to just leave it at saying she was right. We want to continue to encourage her in ways to be a faithful witness to the rest of her family. And one of the things that might develop is the family thinking that she has dishonored her mother in what she's chosen to do. So one suggestion that we would give to keep a rift from coming between this family and them thinking that is to suggest that she volunteer to be the one that keeps up with the gravesite or final resting place, wherever it is. The one that keeps it clean and kept up with on a regular basis, so that she can continue to show her family that she does indeed care about honoring her mother. But she does care about honoring Jesus as the one true God first and foremost. And so this can show the family that she cares about honoring her mother and is willing even to sacrifice for a long time, for the rest of her life, to make sure that she shows that honor to her. So that's what we came up with for our case study. We're interested to hear some of your thoughts, what you think, and what you might have suggested to this family. So we look forward to hearing from you.